human life is gain purnatvam, gain fullness. That's how we have so many words in material world. Success, fulfillment, etc. Anybody works in a material world to achieve something is not interested in achievement. Is interested to get satisfaction through achievement. Honestly, one strives, takes pain to achieve something. It's not just an achievement. Everybody is interested in satisfaction gained by that achievement. Satisfaction means puna. So, very satisfaction, success, fulfillment is a purpose of life. Am I right? So, if I am purnam, is I purposeless? No. Basically, to gain this, the very purpose of the human life is to recognize the purnatvam of the self. Recognize the fullness of the self, the wholeness of the self. Could you follow? So I become the seeker of purnatvam and I am the very sought. The distance between a seeker and sought could be in terms of time, in other world, material world. In terms of time, could be in terms of place, etc. One is a seeker of going to some place, Hawaii, Kauai, etc. That's a sought. So in terms of place, in terms of time also, yeah. People are waiting for retirement. Retirement is a goal. Yeah. They all the time think, oh, now 20 years are left. Now 19 years are left. Now 18 years are left. And they plan also. After retirement, we should have what is that, what type of vehicle, recreational vehicles, etc. And then I would like to visit all the states and these national parks. I want to get retired. Every morning he curses himself in the office and every people there. And a temporary retirement comes on Saturdays and Sundays. Anyway, so this is a goal. Retirement is a goal. That goal is away from me in terms of time. Going to a particular place, Japan, etc., this, that, it's a sought place. Switzerland. People go to Switzerland. These American people go to Switzerland. Here there are a lot of things, but no. To see the mountains and snow, etc., they go there. Here is plenty of it. Crazy thing. I'm sorry. Same thing here and there. Only arrangement is like this or that. Same water, trees and mountains and snow-covered mountains. You come to Pennsylvania, I tell you, it's a destination. Yeah, I'm promoting you to come to our ashram. I will take you. Beautiful. Here also you have. I'm just saying. Anyway, so there is a distance between seeker and sought in terms of place. You are here and you want to go there. Place. There is a distance between seeker and sought in terms of time, retirement, etc. There is a distance between seeker and sought in terms of ignorance. Ignorance creates the same distance as created by space. I'm searching specs as if I have missed somewhere. It's right here. Not knowing it is here, it creates a distance between me and my spectacles in terms of place, but it is not. It's right here. Ignorance creates the same distance. That's how, the person was going in the morning to the office and the keys are there in front of, in the cupboard, right there. But he never gets. She comes and says, it is right here, you never get it. Are you blind or what? Etc. Things are right there, you never get it. You feel you have misplaced somewhere. Distance in terms of place. Ignorance created. I am the seeker of fulfillment, success, right? Sixth, all this, and I am the very sort. What is the distance between the seeker and sort? Ignorance. Could you follow? I don't know myself that I am an adequate being, Chidananda, etc. And then you search in various things, in various achievements. Once you get that achievement, you have a sense of success, sense of adequacy, sense of fullness, temporarily. Again you sick. Because really you have not achieved it. It is, one should know oneself. Three types of distances are there between seeker and sort. We are talking about third, ignorance. The distance between a 10th man and 10th man is in terms of that is better. That's better. It's not that 10th man is lost anywhere or not he is drowned in the river, etc. It is right there. Right there. Still he is a seeker of 10th man everywhere. Someone should come and say, you are the 10th man. Over. Seeker is sought.
I think that may be the question, Swamiji. Once you realize Purnatvam, is there no purpose? Maybe that was the question.
And you can understand, once you have Purnatvam, you live your life with satisfaction which you wanted. Most purposeful life. In fact, if you have a certain satisfaction with yourself, you help others to get the same satisfaction. I'm telling you. Whenever you are satisfied with yourself, you are happy with yourself, you immediately start sharing. That's how mother also tells to children, when your dad is happy, go and ask this. You will get it. Yeah, you will get it. When the person is happy, has certain contentment with oneself, you start sharing. And here what do you share? Knowledge. Most meaningful life. Human life is given for this purpose. No other living being can achieve this. In fact, they don't have goals because there is no free will. Where there is a free will, there is a goal because you can choose. When free will is not, you don't have a goal. If I ask to a dog, what's the goal in your life? You want to be a tennis player or a cricket player? It says wow, wow. Means I don't want to become now, neither I want to become in future. Wow, wow. Two wows. No good. A human being, my God, that is going to come. Na dharmo, na chartho, na kamo, na moksha. We'll see that in time. 4 goals are really not 4, only 1. And that goal is, if you don't understand, see, what happens is when you are not an informed person, you have many alternatives, many vikalpas. If you are an informed person, there are not many vikalpas. You know what you want and how to get it. We think more informed, more alternatives. No, less informed, more ignorant, you have more alternatives. More informed, only, you know what? Vyavasayatmika buddhihi eka. Bhagavan said, Vyavasayatmika buddhihi eka. Bahushakha anantascha. Buddhaya, abuddhaya, abhyavasayina. You have many goals when you don't understand. Behind all goals, really, what do you want? If you understand it, there is only one goal. If you don't understand it, you think there are many goals in life. Okay. Now, in the example of an atheist in the dream, can the atheist claim to be the dreamer? No, naturally. Atheist cannot. Whatever, even the one who experiences dream takes the dream world as real. Right? So whatever is in the dream, the person, he is seeing the world, the dream world, not as a dream world. Definitely, it's a real world. It's real world. Even the very dreamer who experiences dream world itself takes the dream world as a real world. So that's how a dream tiger is not a dream tiger for the person. He sees as a real tiger. When he wakes up, well, he loses that reality of that dream world, not before. Can you explain the distinction between limitless and the whole in describing the self? Yeah. Limitless, it's like a space, you think. Space is limitless, pervading in and through everything. But space pervades in and through a given thing, has the same order of reality of like a space. Like space pervades in this. Internally also space is there naturally. Right? So there is some space. That's how you can hear a sound. Because Shabda Gunakam Akasham. The guna of the Akasha is basically Shabda. So if you can hear some sound, there is a space inside. So space pervades inside, externally also there, internally also there. But the reality of the space and this object are same. Right? Same. Which is not the case with the self. Self is only real. Rest everything is apparent. That's how I used to give. I gave an example of a wave and ocean. Wave and water, basically. So water is whole, not limitless. In ocean, water is whole. Several names, forms are there, but they cannot divide that water. So water is undivided whole. Same way, consciousness basically, pervades all objects. That's how, but the objects have no independent reality like consciousness. Therefore, I say all borrow basically existence from consciousness. They are revealed by consciousness, and thereby you say that object is. So that way, it is not of the same order of reality. So Purnam means limitless is really not a good translation. And this wholeness will basically alone manifest in the mind as happiness. Because when you are happy, you are just yourself. When you are with yourself, you are happy. When you are happy, you are nowhere else. You are just yourself, true self. Your true self. When you are not with yourself, because you don't have a proper understanding of the self, then you cannot be with yourself. That's how people always run away from oneself. They run away from themselves. I cannot sit with myself. That's the biggest tragedy for the human being. He just can't sit with himself. If you tell a person to sit in one Sunday without mobile first, just sit. Because he used to complain a lot. My mother-in-law is like this, that she's a problem, these are problems, she's a problem, that children are problems. Then you say, okay, whole world is problem for you, close the door. You sit with yourself. No contact on the world. Then you should be happy. Other than sitting with himself on his sofa, he will do everything else. Yeah. He will sing loudly, take bath, and can't tell the person to open the door, go out. One is basically bored with oneself. With self, the misconstrued self that you are bored with. But when you are happy, you are with true self. Please understand. If you understand this, so much of your effort to gain happiness from the world will go away. You will save a lot of your time, effort, everything. Because it's in vain. You superimpose something on a given thing which is not there. Which is not there. This is how the life is. It's the nature of oneself. We will discuss tomorrow again. We are left at some point. Yeah. Any other questions? You know, there are two types of superimpositions. We have to know this. There is one superimposition which is one superimposition becomes literally makes your progress, spiritual progress faster. Superimposition. Yeah. And another type of superimposition is that which is a devastating. A deliberate superimposition works very well for spiritual progress. You know, like a stone is there, linga. You superimpose what? Ishvara, Shiva. Very well. You superimpose Ishvara on a stone and then worship. Not just worship, you meditate also. You sit in front of that and chant, mental chant, all your progress by deliberate superimposition. You know it is a stone. Deliberately you superimpose Ishvara on that. It works out very well. And there is another superimposition which is born of ignorance, not deliberate. Like, we'll discuss, like is superimposing a certain value on a given thing which it doesn't have. Superimposing security, value of security on money, which it doesn't have. How can you say money is not security? If money needs security. Am I right or wrong? Yeah. If money is secure, it should tell you, you go to this retreat, you don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. No. I have to put it here and there. Somebody will take it. Such a money which itself is insecure, how can it give security to you? Insecure plus insecure is a double insecurity. Not insecure plus insecure is a security. That is what happens in married life. Yeah. One super that boy wants to marry to a girl because parents told, how many years will take care of you? You are going to different cities for the job and everything. We cannot come everywhere. We don't like those places. I don't like Hyderabad. I don't like Bangalore. I will not come. You marry now. How many years we can take care of you? You need somebody in future? Who has heard all this? So you marry, seeing some security in the person. And she is marrying you, seeing security in you.
Her parents also told the same. Her parents also told somebody to take care of you.
Insecure plus insecure becomes double insecure. This fellow was working only 8 hours for one job. Now he is doing some extra. I'm married now, I have to work more. Over. So you superimpose out of ignorance. Devastating. Devastating. That is how we are not able to master the minds. I talked in the afternoon. Mind goes only to 2 channels. Mind goes to some source which it understands as a source of security or joy. Mind runs there. Or mind runs to the other source which it looks upon as a source of pain. Mind has got certain hurt from some source and that's how it runs there. It wants to manipulate so that it can save itself from the hurt. These are the only 2 sources. Both are superimposition. If you understand it is superimposition, well, mind can remain with you. Even with all the thoughts, mind can remain with you. Bhagavan himself told in 6th chapter, Asamshayam Mahabaho Mano Durnigraham Chalam Abhyasena tu Kaunteya Vairagyena Chakoika. Vairagya. Well, there is no source of security or joy in the world. We'll see that when the Purushartha comes. There is no source of security or joy in the world. Looking upon something as a source of security or some joy, it's a superimposition born of the ignorance, naturally. Because you are the very source, but you look upon there. And then mind runs there. As you become free and you sit with yourself, either this, mind runs. Vairagya, Bhagavan said. Vairagya means free from superimposition. Free from superimposition. Then, Abhyasa, Bhagavan very clearly said, it won't be within one day it occurs. But if you keep seeing that it is purely a superimposition, there is no source of pain or source of joy externally, well, then definitely, the mind will remain with you. As you want to employ it, it will help you. That's it. Anyway, any other question?
I just had, based on this we superimpose Shiva on the linga, so, and that works very well. So, now, can we superimpose that, like, what this teaching said, Advaita, that I am Shiva. So can you superimpose ourselves that I am that,
Yes.
I am God, and then
Very good. Very nice. It's called Ahangra Upasana. It's a meditation, particular type of meditation, which is called, Upanishad also describes this. It's called Ahangra, Aham. So I myself, this is the body, mind, sense complex. This individual is looked upon as Shiva, as Ishvara. So you are superimposing Shiva or Ishvara upon oneself. And you say, the head of this head is the head of this cosmic being. These hands are the hands of the cosmic being. These legs are the legs of the cosmic being. I am an individual small being, but you look upon this body, mind sense complex, endowed with this body, mind sense complex, this conscious being is looked upon as a conscious being. So you superimpose the conscious being here. This head itself is a Swarga, heaven. My legs are the legs of a cosmic being called Earth. This hair basically are the hair, hair of a cosmic being called all plant kingdom, etc. etc. So my bladder is a blood, nothing but an ocean like that, which is the bladder of the cosmic being, etc. So like that, it's called Ahangra Upasana. Very. It's very tough. You can super. It's a deliberate, you understand. You know you are an individual cosmic being, but still deliberately you superimpose Ishvara upon oneself, not on the linga, but upon yourself. So alambana is either a lingam outside alambana, or your own body, mind, sense complex becomes a lingam. You superimpose it. That's there. Very difficult to do, of course. Very difficult, but it is there. So the idea of the Upanishad is, in any manner between you and the Ishvara, the distance now is, it goes away. Because you are identifying not with this, you are identifying with the cosmic being. When you superimpose a cosmic being upon yourself, means you are identifying with the cosmic being. Then to understand that you are Brahman, etc., will be easy. So that's how I say deliberate superimposition helps you spiritually. Helps you. But superimposition born of ignorance, not knowing what, money definitely has a value. Definitely money has a buying power. But money means everything. Money means a source of security or joy. That's not. The people with the money, they are most insecure people in the world. More money, people are more insecure. Where is security? You look,
If in deep sleep I am without the objectification and therefore I am closest to my true nature, should I be trying to be in deep sleep as much as possible? I mean, if I can buy a drug that puts me in deep sleep,
Yeah.
would that be a good thing?
No, we'll discuss that. The last verse is for that. Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupaha, etc. I wanted to discuss that. This nirvikalpa means freedom from this vikalpa. Vikalpa means duality. So I have a non-dual experience. Freedom from all vikalpas, freedom from all duality. That is deep sleep state. Then there is a samadhi, absorption. Nirvikalpa samadhi. So there also one has an experience that one is a non-dual. So there is a difference between a deep sleep state and samadhi. Even though you are in a nirvikalpa state, non-dual state, in a deep sleep state, but you are not aware of, right? You are not aware of. But samadhi is something that you are aware of. That I am non-dual, there is no one else other than me. And that you have achieved through Ashtanga Yoga, etc. Very beautiful. But you can have that kind of experience. And there is third thing, which is said here, aham nirvikalpa. In spite of duality, I am not dual. Duality is mithya. Right? In spite of many pots and pans and everything, there is a non-duality. Only one clay. If somebody counts more than one clay, we should add one more. Could you follow what I am saying? Suppose 5 pots are there, someone says 5 clay. I say not 5, 6 clays. One clay. You should not say 5 clays. Am I right or wrong? Person says 5, then we should say 6. And if he still does not understand it, confirms. Anyway, so non-duality and non-dual Brahman, the wholeness is possible only when there is a non-duality. Wholeness is possible only when there is a non-duality. In spite of duality, you are a non-dual Brahman. This duality is mithya. Duality. And your knowledge of a non-dual Brahman will not destroy the experience of duality. Somebody said, Swamiji, if I am non-dual Brahman, the whole world melts down. Nothing happens. You will see me, don't worry. One person said, everything melts down, then I will remain like a person in a desert, Sahara desert. Nobody is there around. If I am non-dual Brahman, the whole duality, the world will dissolve. Then what will I do? I will be a lonely person. Nothing goes away. You keep seeing the pot, pans and everything. You will utilize accordingly also. Yet there is a non-duality. Is it okay? Understood? So 3 things are there. Experience of a nirvikalpa samadhi, experience of a nirvikalpa sushupti, and one is free from any duality you experience in a deep sleep. One is free from duality you experience in a samadhi absorption. One is free from duality, which is your knowledge. Aham nirvikalpaka. Any? You have Ramananji?
As to your previous question,
Yes.
I am free from all sense of smallness.
Yeah.
That is happiness, source of happiness.
Yeah. Not source of happiness. When you drop a sense of smallness centered on I, then what is the sense? How do you see yourself? Full self. When you drop a sense of smallness, why I say sense? Because it is right now there, centered on I, but you are able to drop it also. Right? So when you drop that sense of smallness, what is your dimension? The fullness.
I'm not dropping it.
It gets dropped. Yeah, absolutely. It gets dropped. You are right. It gets dropped. But there are some, there are some experiences where you literally that sense is dropped. Somebody just cracks a joke you did not expect also, and you just laugh. Or you see something very captivating, and that sense of smallness, limitation is dropped. That is why I say this wholeness of oneself is experientially there, but you did not recognize that you are whole. That's how it remains as a most wanted thing. You wanted to see again and again that whole self. That's how you are seeking the moments of joy again and again. Once you know your height, you cannot settle for anything less than that. In terms of even drinking coffee. Yeah. If a person has drank a particular type of coffee, which is really very good in his eyes, he cannot settle for anything less. Yeah. Narsu coffee. You should know that. Puja Swamiji, when Swamiji came to Gujarat, and we did not have an idea what is this Narsu. Really. And so we gave some Nescafe coffee. And Swamiji just dragged it and kept it. Just one sip. Because Swami knows the height of that, experience of a Narsukha. He cannot settle for anything less than that. Once you know your height, what is your height is measured only in moment of joy. In moment of joy, you are full self. And so you want to be that full self again and again. That's how we are seekers of happiness. Seekers. Seeker of oneself actually.
So actually on that example that you gave, let's say there are some innocent joys like drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Right? But to control our desires, because we know desires is the source of unhappiness.
I have not said.
But usually
Desire is not a source of joy.
unfulfilled.
Unfulfilled desire is not a source of joy. Unfulfilled desire is not a source of unhappiness also. Yeah. If unfulfilled desire is a source of unhappiness, you will not have a moment of joy because unfulfilled desires are thousands. What thousands? You start counting from the childhood, you will find so many. At every level. You expect me to be different from what I am, is also desire, which is unfulfilled desire. Suppose, unfulfilled desire. How many are there? You wanted children to be different from what they are. You wanted your son to be different. You wanted your daughter to be different. You wanted your person who helps you in a cleaning, the cleaning lady, to be different from what she is. How many desires are there? My God. If you meet a person, initially you will just find, and after that, all gone. Any topic you put religion, religious leaders, what a dissatisfaction comes out. Talk about politics, President Trump, this, that, thousands. So unfulfilled desires are so many. In that case, if that is the source of unhappiness, you should be all the time unhappy. Then how do you get happiness? You are getting. In fact, you and me live a life with a hope that there will be a joy in my life. The person who loses that hope totally, that henceforth in my life there is no more a joy, commits suicide. So these are worthwhile. The moments of happiness are worthwhile to carry on our life. But we never analyze what is the source. Till today, now we are analyzing. Could you follow what I am saying? Because Chidananda has come. That is why. And fulfillment of the desire also will make you happy. That's not the case. Yeah. Many desires are fulfilled. People say, Swamiji, nice, you are not married. You get a certain model. It happened to me. A certain model of the mobile. I wanted to buy and I bought it. Next day I found they had a better version of that with a cheaper price. Fulfilling desire, I became unhappy. In fact, whenever I see that mobile, so the unfulfilled desire gives unhappiness? No. Fulfillment of desire gives happiness? No. All these are the wrong concepts. Wrong concepts. Happiness has nothing to do with fulfilling desire or unfulfilled desire. Because any desire is desire pertaining to the objects. Happiness has nothing to do with the objects. Happiness has something to do with the subject. That's a criteria. Swami, please leave us now. Today, all of you will get basically a dream of Chidambar, Chidambar, Chidambar. But I request you to have a more and more exposure of this teaching. The things which you may find difficult, all of you understand also, but in case if you may find difficult, will not be difficult later. We will be able to understand very clearly. Only requirement on your part is constantly in touch with this teaching. Yeah. Anybody? Yes. One minute.
Yeah. So you talked about the two superimpositions, right? So, and one was related, like a devastating effect because of ignorance. Which one is the path that is easier, like removal of ignorance or going on the faster path of devotion, that's a superimposition?
Actually, there are no
Or
paths.
is it the same thing?
No. Paths you can understand now very well that one has to recognize oneself as a free self. Recognition is possible through the knowledge. Because the issue of ignorance. To remove ignorance, the solution is only knowledge. Nothing can remove ignorance. Even if you worship, etc., can help you to remove the obstacle which is on the path of removing ignorance. Do you follow? But it may happen so that you may be reading books and reading. Still you are not able to appreciate. Means there is some obstacle. So those obstacles are taken care of by Ishvara's grace. Yeah, definitely. Grace of Ishvara basically helps you to get rid of obstacles so that you can, remove the ignorance of oneself. Or even if you are in a process of getting knowledge, still obstacles, because of that you are not able to own up. You may be able to understand, Atma is Brahman, this, but I am Brahman. I don't think so. You may be Brahman, but I obstacles. You are also Brahman. I is Brahman, consciousness. But you are not able to appreciate some obstacle. Now, this devotion, etc., definitely helps to gain a grace of Ishvara. So, which can take care of obstacles. Obstacles from my own past karmas. He is a karma phalakata. Those papa karmas are also karmas which has been now standing in front, in my way, can be removed by him.
Swamiji, why I am here in the world?
Pardon?
Why I am here in the world?
Yeah, to gain this knowledge. That's it. That's the only goal.
To know for myself.
Pardon?
To know myself.
Know myself. Moksha is to gain moksha. That's how there is a world, there is a body, everything is given. And that to human body. Not just human body, with having this faculty. Durlabham trayamevaitat daivanugraha hetukam manushyatvam mumukshutvam mahapurusha samshaya. Vivek Chudamani. Human body, and that to be then mumukshutvam. Desire to gain moksha. Means what is moksha you know, and how to gain also it is you understood, and then Mahapurusha, Samshaya, then you go to the teacher. All because of grace. Daivanugraha hetu, Deva Anugraha, Ishvara Anugraha, grace of Ishvara. Grace of Ishvara. For that everything is given. It's all the creation, only purpose.
Swami, what are desires and not giving pleasures or ananda? So if I decide not to pursue certain desires just because, then it's like I feel like I'm running away from the problems. Or desire to be gaining something or doing something is a desire. And if I feel like, it's not exactly going to give me joy, or even if it gives joy, it's a fleeting joy, whatever. I don't pursue that intensely per se, but I feel like I'm running away from life, I'm running away from problems, and then I'm just in my cocoon of Vedanta. So it's like,
We are not, we are not running away from something. We are trying to understand and trying to get rid of certain notion. Fulfillment of desire is directly proportional to the happiness, etc. That's a wrong equation. One has to analyze. Without analysis, you entertain desire, try to fulfill desire, suppose, it's a foolishness. It's a foolishness.
So basically just do whatever you feel like your duty is and then just, that's it.
Those desires to fulfill certain duties, that also is a desire, but that we are not talking about it. We are trying to understand what is the source of happiness and what is the role of desire, etc. Does the desire, fulfillment of desire is equated with happiness, or happiness is the source of happiness, something different, etc. That is what we are discussing. And we are not running away from the desire. In fact, to be honest with you, if you understand very clearly, you will never run away from the desire. Why should you run away? You know now. If you will not run away.
You know that-
Desire is no more in fact, desire becomes an embellishment. Because whatever desire you want to fulfill, you fulfill. You know the fulfillment is not through the desire. Fulfillment is knowing oneself. More you know yourself, more is fulfillment. Fulfillment is not through the desire. Fulfillment is directly proportional to the knowing of oneself. Security is not by fulfilling desire. More you understand yourself, more secure you are. Could you follow what I'm saying? Yeah. So therefore desire is embellishment. Why should you run away from desire?
Success or non-success or whatever.
Well, that's what we discuss.
So it's just okay.
Well, if you want to fulfill. And why should not you have a desire? In fact, desire is basically a vibhuti of Ishvara. That's what 10th chapter Bhagavan told. All the progress human being has made is because of desire. This is a fulfillment of a desire. All these inventions, building halls, everything, all inventions because of human desire. Big thing, it's a privilege.
Yes.
It's a privilege and you have to exercise that privilege. If privilege is given to you and if you don't exercise, Bhagavan may not be next time. Exercise your privilege. But wrong notions, we have to take care of. So entertaining desire for this purpose, happiness, etc., you are basically, going against your own nature. Yeah, seeking that. So that more you seek that, more you avoid yourself. That is not good. That is how in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, very beautifully it is said, Asmat Lokat, what is that? Atmanam aviditva asman lokat praiti saha krupana. Not exact words, but these are the things. This person left body. Asman lokat praiti. Means from this body, praiti, gone. Atmanam aviditva. Without knowing oneself. Viditva means knowing. Aviditva. Without knowing Atman, without knowing oneself, one leaves this body. That person is a krupana, miser. Because potential was there, that you are limitless. And that opportunity you lose, the loss is limitless. It's a limitless loss. No. So you are limitless, and if you don't know it, and you just go without that, the loss is limitless. Anyway, so therefore, basically, entertaining desire for gaining joy and other things, well, and if you are seeking security through money, you will be eternal seeker. If you are seeking joy through money, etc., you will be eternal seeker. That's what people are seeking still. No one wants to be eternal seeker. Everyone wants to end the seeking itself. Everyone is seeking an end of seeking. Literally. Everyone wants. Everybody is seeking an end to be a seeker. When you don't seek, when your desire is fulfilled, suppose, and you don't seek, that's a state of joy. When you are seeking, you are a wanting being. You don't like to be a wanting being. So if you seek security through money, you will be eternal seeker. And right there, center of you. Do you follow now? Yes.
So there is a sentence, seeking freedom is nothing but freedom from seeking.
Very
Seeking
true.
freedom is nothing but freedom from seeking.
Seeking, yes.
That is the Swaminiji's, the cards.
Very.
Swaminiji.
Oh, Swamiji. Wonderful.
She's given these cards for contemplation.
Yeah, I have seen her
Yeah,
cards.
so I
With a
really
good
like that.
certain sentences. I saw in them. She showed me when she came to us.
I really like that one.
Everyone wants freedom from being a seeker. Therefore, see yourself. It is available in every experience. You are not to experience yourself. You have to recognize your presence in every experience. That's it. You have not to have a special experience of myself. In every experience you are present, we know now. You don't know that you are present as a very content of the whole experience. Subject, object, and the very experience in terms of thought. Everything is basically one consciousness that you don't know. You should know it. It's a joy. Whole waking state is a joy. Dream state is a joy. Because you constantly recognize yourself in all experience. You don't need special experience. It's another strain in the mind. I want a special experience. I want to see Brahman. So I said, today morning at 4 o'clock, I literally met with this Brahman. Over. I said I will start again with I and non-I. When you are seeing me, you recognize the very subject, the seer, the object of sight, and the very seeing, the experience, is one consciousness. That's it. This is called clarity of knowledge. Yeah. This is how clarity happens. Appreciating yourself, recognizing yourself in every experience as the very content of the whole experience. Is enough 4:15 now. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri